Hello, my dear students, good morning. Students, let's start reading the next part in this chapter Ranga's marriage. We have to start the chapter from this passage as you can see here. A man should marry a girl he admires. What we have now are arranged marriages. How can one admire a girl with milk stains on one side of her face and wetness on the other, or so young that she does not even know how to bite her fingers? But through this statement, through these through this short passage, the author tells us that Ranga told him something about his philosophical ideology. So according to the philosophy of the child Ranga, okay, a man should marry a girl whom he admires. A man should marry a girl whom he admires. Otherwise, he should remain bachelor. What we have now are arranged marriages. He also told the author that there was a custom that was prevailing custom in the villages, that they arranged marriages. Okay, they arranged marriages. Since both the parties used to sit together, and then they at the time they decided, okay, and they also got some information regarding the study, regarding the education of the child, of the boy and girl, okay, from vice versa from both sides. How can one admire a girl with milk stains on one side of her face? How can one admire a girl means he meant to say that it could not be possible for a person to admire such a girl whose okay face whose face contained some milk stains on one side. On one side of that girl, one could see the milk stains, patches of milk, and on the other side of the girl's face there was much wetness, and the girl was totally unaware of it all, or so young, and that girl was so young, so little in her age, that she does not even know how to bite her fingers, that she did not know it how to bite her fingers, how to crack her fingers, how to crack the tips of her fingers. Okay, she was totally immature. So Ranga told the author that it could not be possible for a person to get himself married with such a girl who was very little in her age, because she did not know what was stuck to her face and what was already on the other side of her face, and who also did not know how to crack, how to bite the fingers also. He simply meant to say better that a person should not marry such a girl who was totally immature. If the girl was matured, intelligent, the person should think about marrying her, otherwise, he should not think. One a neem fruit, the other a bitter gourd. One a neem fruit, the other a bitter gourd. Means this the statement means. By this statement, the author meant to say. By this statement, the author meant to say that both the author himself and Ranga were fully adamant at their points. They were not ready to bend themselves down, to bow down, to to relent. None of them was ready to relent himself. Exactly, Ranga said, laughing. बेटा नीम फ्रूट स्टैंड्स फॉर एयर, जिसको निम्बोली बोलते हैं. बिटर गॉड आपको पता होता है, करेला होता है. वो कहता है कि दोनों के दोनों ही बड़े कड़वे, अर्थात दोनों के दोनों अड़ियल, अपनी अपनी बात को लेकर के अड़ गए थे. एग्जैक्टली रंगा सेड लाफिंग. ओके, रंगा ऑल्सो spouted the statement of the author, saying it that he had really made a very correct statement, and he had spoken his words quite exactly correct, and he also started he spoke this he responded him, okay, he responded him laughing at the statement. While laughing, Ranga told the author that he had really told him quite exactly correct. I was distressed that the boy who I thought would make a good husband had decided to remain a bachelor. When the author learnt the when the authors when the author had studied the mental perception of that child Ranga, okay, he got a bit depressed since the boy who I thought the boy whom the author wanted to make a good husband had decided to remain a bachelor, unmarried. Bachelor means unmarried. Ranga had decided to remain unmarried in his life. After chatting for a little longer, Ranga left. When both the author and Ranga had, okay, spent enough time in their such kind of conversation, talking, Ranga left the place. I made up my mind right then. It was the only time when the author had made up his mind that I would get him married, that he would like to get him he would like to get him he would like to get him married. The author had made up his mind that he would like to make Ranga married in any case, from making all kinds of his best efforts. Ramarao's niece, the word niece stands for the daughter of one's brother or sister, or brother-in-law or sister-in-law also. Ramarao's niece, a pretty girl of 11, had come to stay with him. Okay, Ramarao's niece, the daughter of Ramarao's brother, who was really a very beautiful girl, who was a pretty girl of 11 years old, who was a very beautiful girl of 11 years old. So that the girl had come to stay with her uncle there in their house in Hosahalli. She was from a big town, so she knew how to play the veena and the harmonium. Ramarao's niece had come from a big town, that's why she knew it very well how to play those two musical instruments, okay, comprising veena and harmonium. She also had a sweet voice. That the girl also had a very melodious and sweet voice. Sweet means melodious voice. Both her parents had died. Oh, she was an orphan. Ramarao's niece had already lost her father and mother. Both her parents had died and her uncle had brought her home. So it was Ramarao who had brought that the child, that the girl, okay, his home. Her uncle had brought her home. Okay. What is the mistake here? Not her home, but his home. Her uncle had brought his home. Ranga was just the boy for her. Means justified, suitable. Ranga was quite suitable bridegroom for that child, for that girl, who had been brought by Rama Rao, his house, his home, and she the most suitable bride for him, and that the girl was also most suitable bride for Ranga. It had been decided by the author on his part. Since I was a frequent visitor to Ramarao's place, the girl was quite free with me. Since I was a frequent visitor to Ramarao's place, since the author frequently visited Ramarao's home, the girl was quite free with me. So the girl had also been quite frank while communicating, while having conversation with the author. She never agitated. She did not have any shyness in her mind. Okay, whenever the author visited Ramarao's house, his niece also started talking with him. I completely forgot to mention her name. The author had already forgot the name of that the girl also, and the name of that girl, Ramarao's niece, was Ratna. The name of that girl was Ratna. The very next morning I went to their house and told Rama Rao's wife. The very next morning, okay, the very next morning means on the morning of the following day. On the morning of the following day, the author went to Rama Rao's house and told his wife, I will send some buttermilk for you. Ask Ratna to fetch it. He told Rama Rao's wife that he would like to send some buttermilk chats for their family, for them, and he also asked Rama Rao's wife that she should ask Ratna to bring it from his house, since she wanted to see the meeting between Ratna and Ranga at his home. दैट्स वाई द ऑथर टोल्ड हिम, क्योंकि लेखक चाहता था कि भाई किसी तरह से रत्ना को भी मैं घर पे बुला लूँ और रंगा को भी बुला लूँ और उन दोनों की वहाँ पर मैं मुलाकात करवा दूँ, और जब दोनों आपस में इस प्रकार से मुलाकात कर लेंगे हो सकता है कि उनका आपस में मन मिल जाए और शादी विवाह के लिए तैयार हो जाए. रत्ना केम, इट वाज ए फ्राइडे, सो शी वाज वेयरिंग ए ग्रैंड साड़ी. रत्ना केम to the house of the author to bring the buttermilk. Okay, it was a Friday, it was the morning of Friday, so she was wearing a grand sari. On that day Ratna was wearing a very splendor, very gracious, very beautiful sari. I told her to sit in my room. When Ratna visited the house of the author, he told her that she should sit in his room and requested her to sing a song. And he also requested Ratna to sing a song for him. उसने कहा कि बेटा मैंने सुना है कि आपको बहुत अच्छे गाने गाने आते हैं, कृपया करके आप तो आज आप मेरे घर पर आई हो साथ लेने के लिए, थोड़ा कोई अच्छा सा गाना सुना दो, भजन सुना दो. I sent for Ranga. Meanwhile, the author had also sent a message to call Ranga. He had also sent a person to call Ranga, to bring Ranga to his home. Sent for में बुलवाना होता है. While she was singing the song Krishna Murti in front of my eyes. Oh, at the time Ratna was quite busy in singing the song Krishna Murti in front of my eyes. Ranga reached the door. Ranga had also reached there. He stopped at the threshold. Threshold stands for the door sill. दहलीज बोलते हुए था, दहलीज, DOOR door, SILL, sill, door sill. He stopped at the threshold. He stopped means he stopped himself at the door sill. वह दहलीज के ऊपर आकर रुक गया रंगा. He did not want the singing to stop. Ranga did not, since Ranga was really very careful, sincere student, sincere child, that's why he did not want the singer, okay, to stop stop singing the song. That's why he stood stopped at the threshold. But was curious to see the singer, but the song was really so sweet, that's why Ranga wanted to see the singer, meet the singer. Carefully he peeped in. Very carefully he also started looking into the slit of the door. The light coming into the room was blocked. So when Ranga started peeping into the door, झांक कर देखना बेटा, झांक कर देखना. Standing in front of the door, जो बीच की जो स्लिट होती है, जिसको दरार छोटी सी एक हल्की सी जो दरार बच जाती है दोनों दरवाज़ों के बीच में, उसके लिए लगाया जाता है यहाँ पर. The light coming into the room was blocked. So when Ranga stood himself just in front of the door, so the light of the sun rays that was falling direct on inside that room was also blocked. Ratna also looked up. She also raised her eyes in order to see who had come there at the door. And seeing a stranger there, abruptly stopped. Abruptly means briskly, actively, fastly. And when Ratna noticed that it was a strange man, he was an unknown person, she stopped singing her song. Suppose you buy the best quality mango. Now the author gives us an example, puts here an example to justify the same situation which took place there at his home when Ranga already had gone there. Suppose you buy the best quality mango. You eat it slowly, savoring its peel. Peel stands for the skin. Savoring means tasting. Okay, before biting into the juicy flesh. For instance, okay, the author tells us that suppose you have bought a very top quality mango from the market and you start eating it very slowly, fastly tasting, fastly enjoying the part of the skin, peel, उसके छिलके पर लगा हुआ जो भी रस है उसको अपने दांतों से छीलते हुए आप उसका पूरा आनंद ले रहे हो. बिफोर बाइटिंग इनटू द जूसी फ्लैश, by the time you bite, you put your teeth, okay, into the juicy flesh. इससे पहले कि आप उस आम के उस गुदे के अंदर, आम का उस अंदर का जो मुख्य जो भाग होता है उस भाग के अंदर आप बटका लगाएं, उससे पहले कि आप उसके छिलके को आप अपने दांतों से और अपने मुख से जो है ना स्वाद लेकर के खाना शुरू कर देते हैं. यू डोंट वांट टू वेस्ट एनी पार्ट ऑफ इट सिंस द मैंगो इज रियली okay, very delicious and it is a special quality. It is of the special quality, that's why you don't want to waste any part of this the mango, who is really the best quality mango. Before you take another bite, by the time you take another bite, okay, the fruit slips out of your hand and falls to the ground. The same fruit which was really so sweet, okay, has fallen down to the ground from your hand. How do you feel? So now the author asks his readers how they would like to feel, how the same person would like to feel at that time. कोई भी एक व्यक्ति हम में से और इस प्रकार से किसी एक अच्छे से बड़े स्वादिष्ट आम को खाना शुरू करता है और वो आम हाथ से स्लिप हो जाता है और वो गिर जाता है. हम नहीं चाहते कि वो आम गिरे. Ranga's face showed the same disappointment when the singing stopped. When Ratna stopped singing the song, that the most charming, beautiful, interesting song, okay, Ranga also felt so much disappointed getting it all, and he did not want the singer, okay, to stop singing the song. You sent for me, he asked as he came in and sat on a chair. Okay, by that time Ranga had also entered the house of the author, and when he had already entered, he asked the author whether he had called him, and he sat down on a chair which was already installed there. Ratna stood at a distance. Ratna stood herself at some distance away from that place. Her head lowered, she had also bent her head down. She did not put her eyes into the eyes of Ranga. Ranga repeatedly glanced at her. Ranga also started looking at her face repeatedly, frequently. Once our eyes met, and he looked very embarrassed. When both Ranga and the narrator put their eyes into each other, when they got their eye contact, when they made their eye contact, putting their eyes into each other's eye, Ranga got embarrassed. Ranga got badly embarrassed. Okay, he got badly distressed, embarrassed. The face of Ranga had really lost its grace, its sharpness. No one spoke for a long while, and both the author and Ranga, they remained quite silent. They did not speak for some time. It was my coming in that stopped the singing. Let me leave. After some time, Ranga spoke some words, and he told the author that owing to his coming, because of, since he had already come there, so as soon as he stepped towards the door, so the singer stopped her singing, and he did not want to stay there because he would like to go back his home. Words, mere words, the fellow said he would leave, but did not make a move. Though Ranga had spoken such kind of words, but he did not move from there. How can we expect words? Words means, कहने का भाव ये है कि भाई कथनी और करनी में अंतर है. कहना कुछ जैसा कहा जाता है वैसा किया नहीं जाता है. कहने की बात कुछ होती है, करने की कुछ और होती है. कहना ये चाहता है इन शब्दों के माध्यम से लेकर. The fellow said he would leave. Ranga told the author that he would like to leave his house, but did not make a move. But he did not leave the place, since he had been badly impressed, okay, listening to that sweet sound. How can one expect words to match actions in these days of Kali Yuga? Then he told Ranga that, the question is given by the author to his readers, and he wants to ask us, he wants to ask us how one could expect words to match actions in these days of Kali Yuga. It could not be possible that the persons did the same works as they spoke. Ratna ran inside, overcome by shyness, since Ratna had really got badly sighed, and she could not stay there any longer, and she left the place and she ran inside the house. After a while, Ranga asked, "Who is that girl, Swami?" After some time, Ranga asked the author who that girl was, okay, and who called the author by his nickname Swami. Okay, who is that inside? The loin wanted to know. Now here again the author puts one more interesting and very funny example here. Okay, who is that inside the loin wanted to know? बेटा मैं इसको हिंदी में समझाऊंगा ताकि आपके ढंग से समझ में आ जाए. कहता है कि भाई रंगा ने तो बिल्कुल ठीक वैसे ही कर दिया, वैसे ही मेरे से प्रश्न पूछ रहा था जैसे कि मानो कभी किसी एक दिन किसी एक शेर ने ये जानना चाहा कि भाई अंदर कौन है. द ही गॉट हु हैड टेकन शेल्टर इन द टेम्पल रिप्लाइड, कोई एक बकरा था, उस बकरे ने जिस बकरे ने कहीं मंदिर में शरण ली हुई थी, द ही गॉट दैट हैड टेकन शेल्टर इनसाइड द टेम्पल रिप्लाइड, डज इट मैटर हु आई एम, इस बात से तुम्हें क्या लेने देना कि मैं कौन हूँ. द ही गॉट आस्क्ड द लॉइन why he wanted to know about him, why he wanted to know who that was inside the temple. I am a poor animal. The he got told the loin that he was a poor animal who has already eaten 9 loins, उसने कहा कि मैं तो एक मामूली सा साधारण किस्म का एक जानवर हूँ भाई. अब ना तो शेर को वो दिखाई दे रहा है बकरा, ना बकरे को शेर दिखाई दे रहा है, लेकिन कहावत कही जा रही है कि जब किसी एक शेर ने मंदिर के सामने खड़े होकर के पूछा, भाई आप मंदिर में कौन है मुझे बताओ ज़रा, तो बकरे ने कहा कि भाई तुम्हें इस बात से क्या लेना देना कि मैं कौन हूँ, मैं तो एक साधारण से मामूली से जानवर हूँ. मैं मामूली से जानवर हूँ, मैंने तो मात्र केवल 9 शेरों का भक्षण किया है, 9 शेर खा चुका हूँ. आई हैव वर्ड टू ईट 1 मोर, वर्ड मीन्स टेकन ऑथ. मैंने कहा कि मैं हिंदी में बता रहा हूँ, कहा कि मैंने तो कसम उठा रखी है एक और शेर खाने की, भाई मैं तो एक और शेर खाना चाहता हूँ. टेल मी आर यू मेल और फीमेल, अब मुझे ये बताओ कि मुझे शेर खाना है. आप एक बात बताइए कि आप शेर हो कि शेरनी, ये बताओ, नर हो कि मादा. द लॉइन फ्लैड मीन्स रैन अवे. फ्लैड के बाद अवे नहीं लगाते. द लॉइन फ्लैड द प्लेस इन फियर. इट सीम्ड दैट द लॉइन गॉट बैडली फ्राइटन्ड एंड लेफ्ट द प्लेस. ऐसा लगता है कि शायद वह शेर उस बात को सुन करके भयभीत होकर डर गया और उसने वहाँ से स्थान छोड़ दिया. लाइक द ही गॉट, आई सेड, लाइक द ही गॉट, उस बकरे की बात ही लेखक कहता, मैंने उस रंगा से कहा, व्हाट डज इट मैटर टू ईदर ऑफ अस हु सीज, हम दोनों में से किसी एक को भी इस बात से क्या लेना देना कि अंदर कौन है. आई एम ऑलरेडी मैरिड, बोला मेरी तो वैसे ही पहले शादी हो चुकी है, मैं तो शादीशुदा हूँ. एंड यू आर नॉट मैरिंग काइंड, और तुम्हें शादी करने वाली है, तुम शादी करने वाले हो ही नहीं, तुम शादी करना ही नहीं चाहते हो, तो फिर तुम्हें क्या मतलब है कि अंदर कौन है कौन नहीं है, क्यों पूछना चाहते हो सिंगर के बारे में. बेटे, अप टू हियर वी हैव कंप्लीटेड दिस द चैप्टर. द नेक्स्ट पार्ट विल बी अटेंडेड बाय इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. थैंक यू.